very interesting discourse going around on Twitter today. And basically the discussion is, does a choke in a round in battle rap automatically cost you that round? And I believe the answer just isn't so black and white. First thing we got to do is differentiate between a slip, stumble, and a choke, right? So I do believe slips and stumbles should be penalized as well, but obviously I don't think as heavy as a full-blown choke. So a slip stumble, someone can't get to their next bar, got to run back the same thing maybe once or twice and then catches back on. It's a little sloppy. Still should be penalized, but not quite a choke. A choke, traditionally, you can tell they forget. They're spending, 5-10 seconds kind of, and they're frustrated with themselves. It's very uncomfortable and awkward to watch for all parties. So that's the first thing you got to differentiate between. Okay, the first and most important factor, when did this choke happen in the round? You understand what I'm saying? And we're thinking 3 rounds, because we're not even talking about 1 round battle, but 3 rounds. If these are 2-minute rounds, to me, the farther into your material you get before you choke, the more chance you have of coming back in that round, right? So if you have a 2-minute round and you choke it, if you choke 4 bars in, it's a dead round. That you're gone. That's out. That's out. That's off the table. But if you choke a minute and a half into a 2-minute round, as long as you don't stand there and keep trying to get it back for some insane amount of time, which then just somehow makes it look that much worse, it's not the end of the world. You certainly are docked. You certainly are, taking points away. But again, the first thing is, when did that choke occur? Because if you got through the majority of your stuff, I would say in the 70% and up range, and the closer you get towards 100, the more you actually have a chance of that not being an auto L round. And what if somebody forgets their writtens, chokes, and freestyles just absolute cringy mid freestyle? Do you then act like they didn't choke and now they have, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden they got this amazing penmanship and they're like, yo, but I'm going off of the dome. I could be popping the chrome and send shots at your dome because I'm going off of the dome. Like, do you not be like, okay, yeah, he's technically still rapping, but that's clearly not what he put pen to paper for? Do we reward that? Because to me, I don't know that that's even better than awkward silence. You know what I'm saying? So if you're thinking of the choke where the person just stands there and they're frustrated, they can't get it back, do you want to hear how many times someone tells you they're going off the dome? In conclusion, to me, a choke is not an auto L in a round. It certainly puts you down. So if you go first and you choke, as long as you get through 70 to plus percent of your material, if it's at the 70% end, you're in trouble. Like, you're in trouble. I think all this person needs to do is get through a clean round and land maybe 1 or 2 and don't say anything terrible, because I penalize for awful stuff. But you're down big. You know what I mean? It's almost past the sticks Madden time. But if you get towards that 80%, 85%, and for everybody out there that might experience this, it's an awful experience, but just call time, bro. You know what I mean? Just don't stand there forever trying to get it back. So I say choking in a battle, though certainly hurts the performance and gives the edge to the performer. And I'm not going to pause all the times I said choke, dome, edge, or whatever. Just, live with it. I'm saying it's not an auto loss of a round.